the flow and team chemistry. And how hard is it, the fact you've got somebody missing every single game?
Well, one guy's misery is another guy's opportunity. I loved how Damian started the game. Then he starts shooting step-back threes. What are you doing? Like block shots, rebound, go dunk some, and every once in a while make a jumper or two. But you're not playing for that. Like the time he had Ty in the corner yelling one more and he drove, he was going to show his stuff. And they ran the guy over and, what are you doing? What are you doing? Well, he hadn't played that much. But what's the impact he has on the game? You see the impact. Tried to play Jacob. He just hadn't played. So he ran up and down 4 times. He was gassed. And the way we're playing now, like I told him after, what we're trying to do is continue to run for 40 minutes. If you can't do that when you're in, you're not going to be playing much. If you're not understanding why we're doing this, till we can eventually wear them down a little bit. And we may have some teams that we don't wear down. That's fine. But you got to shoot the ball better then. Dante, I told him, you can miss shots. If you fight, I'll leave you in. He didn't fight early in the game. Didn't come up with the ball, ran the wrong way, push. You're not missing shots and playing. Then all of a sudden he missed shots, but he fought. And when we came in at halftime, the guy said, that's the way to fight, Dante. I'm giving him the answers to the test. You can miss shots if you fight, if you defend, if you go after balls. So it was great to see him make shots. Kellen missed a bunch, but he made 2s, which were good for us. Oscar did okay. I didn't think he played. He tried to grab balls with one hand. Do you know how many of those he brought in? 0. So he had 5 more rebounds. Why are you doing that? When did you start doing that? So we got a long way to go, but I'm trying to just figure out how we're going to play late in a game. What are we trying to get done? When it's winning time, what do we do? What's the best way to play if you have Oscar and Damian in? How do you play now offensively? I tried to have Damian run to the rim and let's see if Oscar making shots, but Oscar missed them all today. Now, he is a good shooter, but he missed shots. So we're still a work in progress. Here's what I like. We fought and we defended. That's what we did. We scrambled, we played, we came up with balls, and we flew. A lot of breakdowns. Only had 6 turnovers in the second half. We had 7 turnovers from our bigs in the first half. 7. Come on, guys. Too many.
Cal, now that he's back, what does Jacob bring to this team that he can add to the rotation?
Energy. Got to shoot balls. May not make them, but to drive baseline and step out of bounds, you're not doing that. Shoot the ball. What if I go 0 for 9? Where are you tonight? You're in the gym shooting. I don't know what to tell you. You got to take the shots that are there, because when you don't, they all lead to turnovers. So he's a good shooter, not a great shooter, but he's a good shooter. Shoot the ball. And then get in the gym more. Live in there like some of the other guys have. By the way, love what Bryce did. Now, you understood, we give it to the guards on our team because they're great distributors. So you're not coming down the full court and doing this. All you got to do is give it to him and run. What will that guy do? Give it right back to you. So I took him right out. You're not doing that here. Why would you do that? You know how we're playing. 30 seconds later, I stuck him back in, or a minute and a half later. And then he played. We need him. No question we need him. And just glad to see him make some baskets and defend the way he did, come up with balls.
Made a big deal preseason about the guys talking to each other. We're a long way up, but it looks like they're communicating better out there. How is that going?
Oscar didn't do it. Damian's still learning. Bryce is still learning. Dante he communicates with sign language. So it's, you still, the problem is when two guys come together and neither one talk, something bad is going to happen for us and something good for them. And so I'm just all over it. I don't want one guy to talk. I want both guys to talk. You hear a guy say one more, throw it immediately. Because when you say one more, you want it. So we held it a little bit today in the first half. I think, again, guys were, there's a lot of clutter. There's a lot of noise they're hearing. And, but it was good.
John, I saw Oscar doing it some tonight, but big guys have done it for as long as the game has been around. Why do they catch the ball up high and bring it down low to reset? Is that one of those old habits you have to break?
Yeah, and he did 2 today and got him right in. So you would say, why won't you do that? Because he has a habit of bringing it down, and we talked about it. We're trying to figure out ways where we can get him the ball where he can just score it. But that's hard against good teams. Second thing for he and Damian and a couple other guys, you can't accept a block out. In other words, we shoot it, and they put their back on your chest. You never have a back on a chest. Never. So the shot goes up. I move that way or that way. Maybe I spin. I do something. So you tell me, why would a guy just do this versus that? Good. You've been in our practices. It's way easier. I'm not going to do it. It's too hard. Well, again, you'll get 3 or 4 more offensive rebounds as a team if you move instead of you're not blocking me out. I'm going to move. And you're going to have to move with me. You move with me, it's hard for you to rebound. If you're standing here like this and don't move, yeah. But now try to do this and then go get the ball. But we look, I haven't done a good job with Oscar offensively. I know I haven't. We've got work we've got to do. Got to have post presence. Like I told him, I said, do you understand 5 balls, instead of having 16 rebounds, you would have had 21. And then the whole team laughed. He had 16 rebounds and you're getting all over him. What are you talking about? Leading the nation in rebounding. But why not 5 more? Is that it?
Cal, with Davion and Keon both having illness issues, are you concerned about some sort of greater thing in the team right now, or are those connected?
I am. My son was sick. 3 managers were sick. So I am. I wish I could make them take flu shots, but I can't. I had mine the other day, and normally I won't, and it's not because I don't trust. I just don't like getting shots. I know I need to get it, but I hate to scream in front of girls that they're watching me get a shot. Let me say this too with Matt. Pittsburgh guy was the reason I laughed. He threw a couple yinzes. I mean, he is a Pittsburgh guy. Played at Slippery Rock. Everybody, if you're in Pittsburgh, you know Matt. You know him as a terrific coach. But he's put his team through a gauntlet, and they played well. I mean, I'm telling you, I watch games with 5 minutes to go. It's a 2-bucket game, 3-bucket game against Arizona State, against Grand Canyon. I mean, I watched even with UCLA. It was tie game with 10 minutes and a half, kind of like they did to us. And so they're going to be ready for their league. My guess is they're going to be a team to be reckoned with, and he's running good stuff. They missed shots. I think they wore out a little bit and missed some shots that they normally would make.
All right, guys, hold it there. Heads up.